Today's guest on Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town, is Doug Anderson. As Maysville, Georgia's police chief, Doug shares the ins and outs of small town law and order. He goes out of his way to be an active member of our community and is always present and available to any citizens that might need his help. If you haven't met him in person, I'm sure you will. We're so excited for you to meet Chief Doug Anderson.
Also, don't forget to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Blind Squirrel Talk and on X at Blind Squirrel PC. If you enjoy the show, please remember to leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Plus, if you write us a review there or leave us a comment on Spotify or YouTube, we'll read it out on a future episode of the show.
Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And this is Doug Anderson.
Yep.
Yes.
The one and only.
The one and only. That's it. And we're so excited to have him here today because he is our police chief in the lovely metropolis of Maysville, Georgia. And I know I love him to death, and Kim does too, but now it's your turn to learn all about Doug. So thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
You're our new police chief, which we're
3 months.
We're loving it. 3 months?
Yeah,
months.
4 months now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't live in Maysville, though,
No,
right?
I live up in Lula, about 10 minutes.
Well,
from
okay,
here.
that's
Yeah.
not far.
Yeah.
Close enough, but
Close
Lula's
enough.
a great town, too.
It is. We've been there for 30 years.
Wow.
And you've been in law enforcement a long
I started
time.
when I was 19 years old.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
went to the police academy. Done it for 16 years. Then decided I wanted to change and do something different and had my own business for 25 years.
Okay, what did you do in that business?
Sold cars for a living.
Okay, so
Yeah. So went from policing to selling cars and back policing.
you went from chasing cars to selling.
Yeah.
But I guess that was a big change.
It was, but it's a good life experience.
Well, how do you feel about coming back to it?
I've really enjoyed it. This is probably the first job I've ever had that I feel like I fit in. Mm-hmm. Lots of times when you go start a new job, you got to see where you fit in.
Right.
And sometimes you don't fit in.
Yeah.
But from day one, I felt like I fit in with the people of Maysville.
Good. Where did you police before?
Worked at Hall County Sheriff's Department, and, Oakwood Police Department, and Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
So bigger communities in Maysville.
Right. Yeah, this small community here, you get to know people one-on-one. You don't have the pressure of these bigger departments. It's a small town, and it's a good town. People in Maysville are really good.
And really, you almost have the luxury of getting to know everybody.
Right.
He knows where everybody lives.
Right.
I mean, just about, don't you, Doug?
Yeah, we ride by the streets. We see somebody out in the yard. I stop and I talk to them and, carry on conversations. You don't want to always meet people on bad terms. You want to meet people on good terms, and that's how you get to know them. And, you build up that trust with the people in town.
And then they know they can come to you.
That's right.
And that's important.
Yeah.
I remember when you first started, it was the buzz on the street. Have you met the new police chief? Oh my gosh, he's so nice. Oh my gosh, have you met him? I really like him. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was exciting.
I try to be, I come up from a humble, raising. Parents didn't have much. We were very humble. We wasn't poor, but, we wasn't rich. And my parents always, raised me to be respectful and be nice as long as you can be nice.
Yeah.
And that's the way I've lived my life.
And you're married and have children?
Been married 40 years.
Wow.
You don't look old enough to have been married for 40
yeah,
years.
I really have. Got married when I was 20.
Oh.
So, and before you know it, 40 years has passed by. Got 3 children and 5 grandchildren.
Wow.
So-
Exciting Christmas at your house.
Oh, it is. It is. It's good days and bad days. Like,
That's life.
that's life in general. All days not going to be sunny.
Yeah. But at least
It's
the
so
sun
fun.
comes up.
It's so
least
funny.
sun.
When the last lady we talked to kind of said the same thing. Life can be hard.
That's right.
It just is. I mean,
We all, as human beings, we all have problems in life, and you just learn to deal with them. I can say, and I've told people this in the past, I could come to your house and you having problems, marital problems or problems with your children. I could sit down and I could tell you how to solve your problem. You may be fighting one another when I get there, and you be hugging each other when they leave.
So not only are you a police officer, you're a psychiatrist.
Yeah, you're a counselor. But my point is, it's different when you're dealing with other people's problems than when you have your own problems.
Yeah.
It's totally different, because, we're human and just like anybody else. So that's the way I always looked at it.
So what is your biggest challenge when you have to deal with a situation like that? I mean, you get a call, you're right in the middle of it. Are you trained to that or
Well, the biggest thing is to calm the situation down, because, you got, say if it's a husband and wife and they arguing, and, you try to mediate to calm the situation down before, you don't want nobody to get hurt. And, you listen to both sides of the story, and you just got to make a determination, if you don't have any type of physical evidence that something's happened, you just got to use good judgment and determination what you need to do.
Yeah, which can be difficult, I'm sure.
It can be. It can
Wow.
be. It can be.
Wow. So now, how many officers do we have?
We have, counting me, we have 4. We're in the process of hiring a new person.
Oh, I did not know.
How's that going?
Well, we have taken applications.
We have some?
Yeah.
Good.
But compared to Hall County, Jackson County, don't you feel like Maysville's just a sleepy little laid-back town, or are we living in a bubble on our side of town? Because in my view, I live in this utopia. I live in paradise. I live in this little Mayberry RFD world. I mean, that's what I see. So, looking at it through I don't know what the eyes of a police.
He knows more than we do.
Yeah.
What you got to look at in a small town like Maysville, and I've told people this, Maysville, I'd say in Banks County, we go in 2 counties, Banks and Jackson. Maysville is probably the quietest section of Banks County and Jackson County. So, you are fortunate to live in Maysville.
Yes.
The crime rate's not that high, but what you got to look at, you got to look at the potential of something happening. You can't get too relaxed where you say, well, there's nothing going to happen. Well, then you have a domestic call, like we was talking about before, turn into, a murder investigation.
Yeah.
I mean, the potential is always there, and that's what you got to prepare yourself for.
And I guess that's why y'all train all the time,
That's
too.
right. That's right. That's the biggest part is, you got to train. Good common horse sense goes a long ways with me. I think education's good. We all need it, but good common horse sense means a lot to me. Just try to do the right thing.
I think one of the things I love is when I'm leaving early in the morning to go to the farm or something, I see y'all at the school, and I love the police presence at the school. And you know what else I see? I mean, it's not just one, but it's every parent waving at y'all. And I really feel, and you can tell by the look, every parent, they know y'all. They may not know your name, but they all know the faces of all the different officers.
They can count on them being there.
Yeah.
We see the same parents every day, twice a day. They're waving at us, we wave back, and that's how you build a relationship with the people, not only in town of Maysville, but people in the area of Maysville. Because a lot of kids that go to school in Maysville, live outside the city. I enjoy it. Directing traffic is not really what a lot of people like to do, but I rather enjoy it because I get to, talk to people and you get to know people. That's what it's all about.
Now, do y'all ever get to go into the schools like meet a cop day? I mean, do y'all ever do anything like that? Or
Since I've been here, we haven't done it. This morning, I went by the schoolhouse after directing traffic and went in there, probably stayed about an hour, just walking the halls and talking to people.
Oh, and I bet the kids love that.
Yeah, kids at that age, they love the police.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Remember when you were little like that and the policeman came to the school?
Yes.
You got to touch their car and talk to them, and it was like your hero was there.
Yeah, right. We had to touch a truck down at the library with Julie here back in, it's been a month or so ago.
Yeah.
It went good. It went good.
What's the craziest questions the kids have ever asked you?
They basically wanted to see the blue lights and hear the sirens, and I let
Yeah.
them sit in the truck and take pictures of them.
Yeah.
Just
We need to do that again.
right. But maybe on a day that's not 95 degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was hot that day.
Exactly.
Maybe at the
Lord.
festival.
Well,
Yeah,
or Halloween night.
Right.
They give out candy at the
Right.
library. You can set up out there.
wouldn't
That'd
that
be
be
great.
fun?
Yeah, they'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids small age, they love the blue lights and the sirens, and you got to take time with them, and we was all little at once, and
Yeah.
we admired the police department. And one of the worst things that a parent can do to a child is if you don't behave, he's going to take you to jail.
I bet you hate to
I
hear
that.
that.
That's the worst thing you could ever say to a
Yeah, because then
child.
they're scared. They
They're
won't
scared.
ask you for help if they need
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But it does happen.
Yeah.
I mean, parents do tell their children that. They doing it at a playing, not being serious, but that child takes
Oh,
it
I bet
serious.
some of them are serious.
Right, right.
I bet some of them are serious.
But, it's, we live in a different world today than what we did, 20, 30 years ago. And
Yeah, but coming up, I never heard of a school shooting.
No.
I never heard. And then, of course, we all know yesterday it happened in Winder,
Right,
and your heart sinks. It sinks for the children that'll never forget that. It sinks for the people that lost their lives. It sinks for law enforcement that have to witness that, and that's got to be hard on an officer.
it does.
To,
And we do the best we can. I think yesterday's case in Winder, and from what I understand, law enforcement done an excellent job by going in, taking control of the situation, and I don't think it could have been handled any better, differently.
Right. Yeah.
It's hard to believe that the Columbine shooting, which in my mind is, I know it's happened prior to that, but that was 1999,
Right.
Was it really?
and
Been
that
about
that
25
was
years ago.
Wow. That gives me cold chills.
Yeah.
just so sad. Such innocent loss of life.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I'm too opinionated.
Oh, that's
I guess,
okay.
I guess that comes with age.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I figure when you get, a certain age, you can pretty much say what you want.
Yes, you
As
can.
long as
Yes, you can.
Tell the truth. I like to see better protection at our schools. I think it's just too open. I told somebody the other day, I said, what's sad? I said, we protect our judges at the courthouse, but we can't protect our children at the schoolhouse.
Wow, that's pretty profound.
And I like to see, I think.
What do you think the answer is? I mean, now that we have resource officers at the schools, we're trying to do something, but obviously it's not working all the time.
Yeah. Me personally, I would like to see metal detectors at the front doors.
Most high schools, I think, have them.
I think you need it at all schools. It's just, I'm telling you my personal opinion.
Your parents, because it could be a parent.
Oh, yeah.
Just grown parent.
Metal detectors at the front door, book bags. I mean, everything's done on computers nowadays. My personal opinion, I don't think the kids need book bags.
Or clear
Or
ones.
clear ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see
Right.
what's in it.
You just gotta eliminate the process of giving them an opportunity to bring stuff in. And I think we need to try to do better on that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just a different world that we live in, and and technology today is social media. It's got its good points, but it's got its bad points.
Yeah.
So gets in the hands of the wrong people, and bad people do bad things.
People use it to bully, and
Right.
but like you said, good and
Yeah,
bad.
good and bad. People take anything good and try to make it bad. Some people just have bad intentions, and they.
So I guess you just have to be vigilant everywhere you go.
You do, and I've always tried to watch my surroundings. When I'm going to the store or whatever, just kind of watch.
Always look for an exit.
Right.
I do too.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think in Maysville, though, you know, we're such a sleepy little town. I think we all have this veil of security around us, and
So we
and
let
I
our
don't-
guard down, I think.
Right. I don't think about crime. I don't think about anything bad happening. You know, the worst thing that I think could happen here is I'm going to get hit by a truck crossing the street. You know,
Because they're going too
yeah,
fast.
but that's the only thing, you know. And you know, you look at other towns that have had bad things happen to them. It's like their veil of security is broken.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and so
Well, you don't. You lose that sense of being safe.
right.
You know that's gone. I think sometimes in life we get too relaxed. You know,
do.
get in our routines and we get too relaxed, and oh, that ain't gonna happen here. Well, it can happen.
And I guess y'all plan and prepare for that.
We do,
Yeah.
and you know, we got some good officers. You know, work for the police department, and we ride through the neighborhoods, check neighborhoods, and you know, try to keep the street safe, and you know, we do the best we can. What we got.
I just think that your presence. I mean, y'all aren't sitting in the police department parking lot. Y'all are out.
Right.
I mean, I see y'all out everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
And that's gotten better since
Yeah.
you've been here. I want to commend you for that.
You know, just people seeing you, like you say, you know, I've always tried to be proactive about stuff, not reactive. Because, you know, if you're in a reactive mode all the time, you're not accomplishing nothing. I mean, why even have a police department if you're going to be reactive all the time?
Right.
yeah.
You know, our job is to try to prevent stuff from happening. You know, that's our main goal, is to prevent.
When they see you, that's prevention.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So, I mean,
Put a little fear in them.
Right. Yeah, you won't stop crime 100%, but you know you do the best you can to tour it, and hope at the end of the day, you know, you feel like you've done the best you could.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Doug, we're tickled you're here with us and part of our city and friends as well.
Yeah,
But
I've really enjoyed it here, and you know, like I say, it's a good feeling to feel like that you're wanted. You know, you're making a difference in a small town, and it's good when you look forward to going to work every day.
Yeah, well, we look forward to seeing
Yeah,
you every
yeah.
day. We do. We're happy you're
Yeah.
here. We love what you're doing. And again, word on the street is they love what you're doing. So we're proud to
You know,
that you call
we're
Maysville
here.
home.
We're here for the people of Maysville. You know, we work for the people of Maysville. You know, we don't work for people in Gainesville or Athens, we work for the citizens of Maysville.
Yeah,
You know, we're here to help.
yeah,
we're glad you are.
yeah. And we love your beautiful flowers in front of
yeah,
the police department. It
I keep 'em
screams
watered.
happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
It screams happy, and I love driving by the police department, and the windows are open. I mean,
Right.
the blinds
Blinds
are
are
open.
up.
You can see in there, and I see you at your desk sometimes when you're not patrolling, and
Right,
I
right.
like it. I like it.
That's what I did from day one. I want the police department to, you know, if somebody wants to come by and sit down and talk, we'll sit down and talk. You know,
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. We work for the people.
Well, the people love you.
They
I
do.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
And we're really glad that y'all got to meet our new chief, Doug Anderson. And we thank you for tuning in to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, Famous in a Small Town. We hope you tune in again, because I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Doug.
Yay! We thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
See y'all next time.